There's an old saying that goes, the best knife is always the one you have with you. We can basically apply this principle to everything. We don't always have all our gear or our fully equipped backpack with us, but it might happen to want to take a walk into the woods, maybe to cool down a bit after a long day of stressing work, or just because we love being outdoors. Sometimes we get out of our home and walk into near forest if we are lucky to have one so close, or we get the car to reach the nearest nature reserve to enjoy maybe 1 hour or 2 into the woods. This is just my opinion, of course, but I think everyone should carry a bare minimum kit, even during an easy stroll into the forest, just in case, in order to keep a minimum safety level, a sort of first line of protection from the element in this case, or maybe we could call it a first line of enjoyment. Is it sound better, right? And let's get me straight, this doesn't mean being paranoid. It's just plan and be prepared. As you noticed, cargo pants are my favorite pants. I found them very comfortable and I can easily carry all the stuff I may need according where I'm heading. Here's what I'm carrying on me when I'm hitting the woods in this precise case. An emergency blanket, because if something happens, I get stuck here, I can take care of my body core temperature. For instance, I can use it as a proper blanket, wrapping myself in, or I can use it as a ground tarp. I can use it as a poncho. With some cordage, I can make an improvised tarp shelter, or I can improvise waterproof socks if I'm not carrying waterproof boots in order to avoid freezing cold feet. I can use it as a trail marker in case I got lost and I'm still trying to stop walking in circle. And you can also use it as a signaling device. As you can see, there are a ton of uses for this thing, and the fact that one of the most important survival principles is conservation of resources, so please keep some of these ways to use the blanket as the last resort. The second piece I will carry is a lighter, of course, wrapped with some Gorilla Tape. It's always good to have a sure ignition source with us. Plus the Gorilla Tape, as you know, we could use it to boost our fire during wet conditions or for medical purposes like making some improvised strip or to protect a wound after we treat it properly and apply some dressing, avoiding that the sticky part will touch directly the wound. I'm carrying a multi-tool such as my favorite Leatherman or an SAK. For some reasons, an SAK could be a slightly better option because it got tweezers and scissors inside. On the other side, Leatherman tool has pliers and it's definitely a stronger tool. Some cordage. I personally prefer bank line than paracord because I have more cordage in the same space. It's not as slippery as paracord and it's amazing for making a fishing line or improvised traps. It's not as strong as our lovely paracord, but to me it's enough strong. There's only one reason that paracord continues to stay in my kit rather than be completely replaced. I find that paracord makes for a better ridge line when setting up a tarp shelter. A small double-sided sharpening stone to keep my blades up to date. For medical purposes, I'm carrying an Israeli bandage and a tourniquet. Along with my shamag and my Gorilla Tape, I could take care about a lot of issues. And headlamp, if I get stuck here for any possible reason, I would love to clearly see, move or do things safely when the sun goes down. Plus, I can use the battery to light a fire in case I lose my lighter. One of the reasons I like this specific headlamp is because I can remove it from the headband and it has a magnetic butt, so I can attach it in a specific place to make the work I have to do easier. I'm sure that some of you will think there are no metallic parts in nature. I agree, but I could use my knife as attachment point. Some fuel tablets with a nano titanium stove. Honestly, this titanium stove is quite uncomfortable inside my pockets, but hey, that's okay. Some fuel energy just to give me a boost if I need it. The last piece of my kit is going to be my titanium ultra press grill. I always carry a water bottle when I go walking. We all know that we are basically dehydrated the most part of our lives, so instead of simple Nalgene or a plastic bottle, why not to carry a filter bottle? I can keep it in my hand if I'm walking to an easy trail, or I can hang it with a small carabiner to my pants if I need both hands because of the dense vegetation and I'm off trail. So the question is, what do you have in your pockets when you go for a random stroll in the forest? Comment down below and let me know. I'm really interested to know what you realistically have in your pockets, just when you go for an easy walk in the forest. Thank you guys. I'm currently working on 2 bigger videos that are taking more time to make. So I hope you enjoyed this kind of fast, wondrous Saturday tips videos. I'll see you in another one. Be prepared.